Most people consume content about growth and never actually grow. They read the posts, they watch the videos, they collect the motivation, and then go back to the same life. The same patterns, same excuses, same version of themselves. And this isn't it. The MindForge podcast exists for people who are serious about the mental work, the discipline, the identity, the hard internal stuff that nobody talks about honestly. And this podcast exists to go even deeper. Every episode, we take what's on the page and we crack it open. The stories behind it, the science underneath it, the application you can actually use. If you're looking for hype, you're in the wrong place. If you're looking to be challenged, to think harder, to leave every episode a little more clear on who you're becoming and what it's going to take, you're exactly where you need to be. I'm Caden Floyd. This is MindForge Podcast, brought to you by Warrior X Training. Let's get to work. I want you to think about the hardest moment of your life. Not just a bad day, but I mean the moment where the floor gave out, where you looked around and thought to yourself, I don't know if I can make it through this. And most people run from that memory. They bury it, they move past it, or they pretend it didn't leave a mark on them. But here's what I've learned, and what this whole entire podcast is built on. That moment, that's where you were made. Not destroyed, not broken, but made. Welcome to MindForge Podcast. So episode 1, we're not going to ease in. We're just going to get straight to work. So today we're going to be talking about struggle. Specifically, why it isn't the enemy of the person you're trying to become. It's the actual mechanism behind it. So let's get into it. Something that bothers me a lot about the self-help world is that everything is framed around removing friction. Optimize your morning, eliminate stress, automate the hard stuff, hack the system. And look, I get it. Some of that can be useful, but there is a lie embedded in all of it. And the lie is this: struggle is a problem to be solved. It's not. Struggle is a process to be survived. And if you survive it right, it will transform you. Think about how a blade is made. You start with raw steel, right? It's strong, but it's rough. And it doesn't have an edge. It doesn't have a form. But what does the blacksmith do? He puts it in fire. Not because he wants to destroy it, but because heat is the only thing that makes the metal workable. You heat it until it's glowing, and then you hammer it over and over again. The hammer isn't punishment. The hammer is the shaping. So your harder seasons, that's the fire. Your losses, your failures, the moments that broke your plan, that was the hammer. And the forge doesn't wreck the metal. It reveals what the metal is capable of. And this isn't just a metaphor. There is real psychology behind this. There's a concept called post-traumatic growth. Not just surviving hard things, but actually growing because of them. And researchers have found that people who go through serious adversity often report greater personal strengths, deeper relationships, and a clearer sense of purpose than people who haven't been tested in the same way. Now, notice I did say if you survive it right, because struggle alone doesn't build you. Here's the formula: struggle plus meaning plus action. I'm going to repeat that. Struggle plus meaning plus action. You can go through hell and come out bitter, closed off, and defeated. And honestly, most people do. Or you can go through hell and come out sharper, more clear, and more committed. The difference isn't what happened to you. The difference is the story you tell about what happened to you. And here's what I want you to understand. The thing that actually holds people back isn't struggle. It's the avoidance of it. Think about every time that you've stayed comfortable when you knew that you needed to push yourself. Every time you took the easier path, not because it was the right one, but because the other one scared you. Every time that you told yourself, not yet, when you meant to say, I'm afraid. Guys, that's not protection. That's keeping yourself unforged. And soft steel doesn't hold an edge. And a life built around avoiding discomfort doesn't build a person who can handle anything. And you know deep down, you want to be someone who can handle anything. And that's why you're here with me right now in this moment listening. So I want to ask you something, and I want it to actually sit. I want you to think about it. Don't just let it pass through. What struggle are you currently running from? Not the ones in the past, but right now in your life. What hard thing is sitting in front of you that you keep finding reasons not to touch? Maybe it's a hard conversation, a business that you're afraid to launch, a fitness goal that you keep resetting, a relationship that needs truth. I could go on. And it's a version of yourself that you can see so clearly, but you're so scared that you can't actually become that version. And I'm not asking for you to solve it today. I'm asking for you to name it. Because you cannot forge what you refuse to put in the fire. And the first step is not courage. The first step is honesty. It's being honest, getting honest with yourself. What is that thing that you are avoiding because it's uncomfortable? I want you to write it down, even put it in your phone if you don't have pen and paper next to you. Give it a name. Because unnamed fears have an unlimited power over you. I'm going to say that one more time. Unnamed fears have an unlimited power over you. Named fears, you can work with those. So here's what I need you to walk away with today. Struggle is not a sign that you're off track. It's proof that you're in the forge, being shaped into something harder and sharper and more real than you were before. So don't pray to skip the fire. Pray for the resolve to stay in it long enough to come out a sharp, tuned blade. And that's the Warrior X mindset, and that's what we build here. That's a wrap on today's episode. If this hit home for you, go read the companion post over on the MindForge blog at warriorxtraining.com. That's where it all starts. Every episode lives inside one of those posts. So if you want the full picture, that's where you go. Follow the show, share it with someone who needs it, and I'll see you back here next week. I'm Caden Floyd. Stay in the forge.